Hello and welcome to episode 10 of TennoView. Today's guest is a friend of mine, an awesome broadcaster, fellow Warframe partner, Mr. Nyxx TV. I found him a few months ago, just randomly decided to rate him because he had a nice overlay, and has quickly become one of my favorite places to chill in. If I'm not on stream, I'm in his chat if he's streaming. So we're going to ask him a few questions. We're going to get a rundown of how he feels about Twitch, about the Warframe community, and just talk about him a little bit. If you guys have any questions for him, make sure you type them in chat. And if you're watching now on YouTube, thanks for coming by. Post anything you have for Nyxx in the comments, and I'll make sure that he gets the question, and maybe I can get a response for you. Let's get this thing started. Today's guest is Nyxx TV. Mr. Nyxx, how are you doing today, man?
Doing good, doing good. Just happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, dude, it's my pleasure. I'm sorry, I got a froggy throat today, so I'm going to do my best.
I don't blame you, man. I have allergies. Got me too.
Yeah, really, though. So, tell everybody a little bit about yourself besides what you do on Twitch. What kind of, what do you do with your everyday life?
Okay, cool. So my name's Nyxx. Outside of streaming, I like to surf. I'm really into like hiking, the outdoors kind of deal. I go to school full time right now. I have a semester left in college, and then after I graduate in December, I'll be starting my career as a Marine Corps officer. So I'm excited about that and where the world's gonna take me. So hopefully, everyone that watches me supports me with my career as well. But yeah, besides that, that's about what I do. I like to travel, been all over the place, and yeah, and then one day I just decided to pick up streaming, and here we are today.
Right on. What first drew you to Warframe? Did you play Warframe before you streamed it?
Yes. So I started playing Warframe actually probably back in December, the start of December of 2017. So pretty close to about when I started streaming. And I had a lot of like in real life friends, a bunch of buddies from school that played it. But they all got burnt out and bored really quick, whereas I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So probably around I want to say January 10th or so, like the second week of January, they all quit. I started getting bored because I had no one to play with. So I decided that why not stream? Because I had checked out a couple streamers, so I always know what Twitch was. And I was like, why don't I give this a shot? And then, so I did. And, that's what brought me to Warframe. Decided to give it a go, and here we are.
Right on. So how long in total have you been playing Warframe?
I've been playing Warframe for, since December, so January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So about 7 months now.
Right on.
Half a year, a little over half a year.
So what was it that kept you in Warframe? You said your buddies quit. What kept you in playing?
What kept me playing Warframe was 100% the community. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. I love the gameplay. It's fun. It's definitely unique. But if I had to choose something, it's definitely the general community. Whenever I needed help with something, or I was playing public matches and stuff like that, there was no hate. It was always just oh, you need to do this, or here, let me show you how to do this. It wasn't like you suck, or you need to get better, get good, like most games. So it was definitely the community, because everyone was just so friendly. And I'm not friendly like, oh, let me give you this or let me give you that, but hey, let me show you how to do this, or let me show you how to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do this quicker by doing this, So it kept me as a new player. It kept me wanting to play more.
So do you try to bring that same sort of aspect to your stream, since I don't know how you pay it forward, I guess, or? Just...
Oh, for sure, yeah. It definitely was a game changer, because it was like, holy cow, I've never experienced this myself. But yeah, that's all I'm about. Whenever there's a new player that comes in the community and has a question, if I can't answer it, someone in my chat can. But that's definitely what I promote. Don't get me wrong, I have yet to have a toxic person I need to ban in my chat, but I definitely don't promote things like that. I'm definitely all about the community and all about helping others, because people help me. What goes around comes around.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree with that, man. What do you like most about streaming?
What do I like most about streaming? There's a lot of things, but if I had to choose one, it's got to be the people I meet. It's kind of crazy how you meet all these insane people, and a lot of people don't understand that even though I haven't met everyone in person, it's I feel really close to everyone. Everyone's here, we all support each other, and this is not just streamers, this is viewers alike. And it's you meet so many amazing people, and a lot of people don't understand that it's you're playing a game, it's internet. And it's like, yeah, but it's different, and it's hard to explain what it is. But I've met a lot of people that have had an impact on me personally, and as a streamer, just because by just some of the words that I've heard them say, it's really meaningful. And some of the things I hear from like my viewers and stuff, it definitely motivates me to keep going. I've gotten a lot of like good comments. I've gotten a lot of criticism as well, and it's like, and it's always good as a streamer to hear those nice things from people.
Absolutely.
And that's definitely what I enjoy the most as a streamer. I enjoy getting those messages like, just those small things like, Nyxx, I love what you do, or oh, you're one of my favorite streamers. Where have you been? Like it's crazy to think that there's people that are just waiting for you, that are willing to support you, and that are just ready to like be there whenever like you're needed. It's just great to hear, like I don't want to say motivation, but like words of motivation to kind of like keep going. Encouragement. There you go. That's the perfect word.
Dude, I can totally relate to that. When I went to Hawaii, I was honestly afraid because the last time I took a significant break from Twitch was like on Destiny, and I lost a lot of people that would come by the stream every day. They just, lost track of you because how flooded that community is.
For sure.
And like people were in my Discord every day checking out the pictures. They came to my live streams when I got a chance to do it. Like it just blew me away. And then when I got back, just how many people came by and like you said, just say, I missed you. You're my favorite streamer. Where have you been? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like it blows me away every time.
It's happening.
Yeah. Like one thing that like,
Sure.
I'll make a comment and then we'll get back to you. I'm sorry to hijack
No,
a little bit. But
you're fine.
every time I go into Jay Neverware's chat, the last guest on the show, he says you're my favorite streamer, and like he says I mean it every time. And it's weird to hear that I'm someone's favorite streamer. And
Yeah,
I feel like you understand
exactly.
that.
I feel you on that. That's it's definitely different.
It's like, but weird in a good way. You know what I mean? It's not uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure. It's just something I never expected to hear, because
Exactly.
I never expected to be here with the community that's built within the stream. I never expected to get this far with the community and support of so many people.
Yeah. It's
So
awesome.
to me, it's always like surreal almost.
So the big thing that happened while you were away, everybody got sub buttons.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm a fan of it. I know a lot of partners are kind of like, oh, this isn't the best idea. And while I was in LA at Anime Expo, I got to meet a lot of partner Twitch streamers, and I asked them, I was actually just curious, what's your opinion on this? And a lot of them, they were happy. It's like, this is a way that it's gonna expose smaller streamers and help them grow, which is it's very true, and I was happy about that. But at the same time, they also felt like it does take away from the partners a little bit because of the amount of time that they put into like their stream and their community. And I personally agree with it. Maybe I'm a little biased because I am a smaller streamer myself, but it's really cool to see just for example, sub button, these your supporters, your viewers, your like friends, they come to you and they support you by subbing to you, whether it's whatever kind of sub. And I have a feeling this is a way to show Twitch as a business, like, hey, like we deserve to be partnered, like, hey, we can, like, Twitch I personally see as a business, and they want to see revenue, and that's how you get partnered.
Yeah.
Like that's I honestly think that's
the
truth.
bottom line.
Like,
Absolutely.
Exactly. And it's like before the whole affiliate and sub button came out, it was hard to show them like, hey, we can do this except by the views you get on your channel.
Yep.
But now they can see like, oh, this affiliate is pulling 150 sub points on his stream, and this partner is only pulling 100. It kind of gives affiliates a way to show Twitch like, hey, our community is just as good as somebody else's. Like, my community supports me and they deserve, these benefits as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. That you just like
that's
literally took the words out of my brain. Like I was thinking about that today at work. Actually, it's like because during the day I try to think of questions and stuff I want to talk to people about, and it's just like, well, I wonder if that like the scenario you just listed. What if an affiliate winds up with 100, 250 sub points and is still affiliated because they only have, I don't know what, 5,000 followers and 40 viewers or something. They could still look at them like, hey, this guy definitely deserves to be a sub button. He's pulling in revenue, and if he could, do something with his emotes or whatever, he could pull in more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I hate to say it, but it's like it's like Twitch is a business, you know, so money is always on their mind. And it's just, I've come to realize that, you know, in the past it was, you know, how many followers you have, how many viewers do you get a stream, and that's all they had. It was like, how popular is this person by their sheer numbers. But
well, because they were looking at the main source
Twitch,
of revenue, not necessarily the subs, but the ads.
Exactly. And it's like, that's the thing, like Twitch wants to find like the most popular streamers to partner so that they can make revenue not just off of like these sub buttons, but also off of the ads, like you said. And it's hard to prove that your community is big and is grown and deserves those benefits that every other partner has with just those numbers. So I'm really happy that the sub button came, because now it's like, it's going to be a lot easier for affiliates to be like, hey, like I know of some partners that have, you know, less subs or like sub points than like my community does. So why doesn't my community get, you know, the unlimited emotes or the like all these other benefits, you know? I can't name them all. I don't know all the benefits partners have, but it's just, I think it's a great step for affiliates, because it gives them a chance as streamers to prove to Twitch that, hey, my community has supported me this hard. They deserve everything that this partner's getting to.
Yep.
Like I was actually talking about it early in stream today, actually, about how I just happened to look at like my sub points, and I was like, oh wow, like, you know, if I was partnered, I could have, you know, 6 or 7 like 6 emotes right now. And I said it on stream, and I was like, and I was just talking about it. I was just like, you know, I kind of see it as almost unfair that, affiliates don't get these unlimited emotes, because like if I have, you know, 35 sub points, I think my community deserves to have 5 emotes to spam around if they want it, you know? And the fact that you're affiliated but you have 35 sub points means you can only have 1 emote, which is kind of disappointing in a way. And don't get me wrong, I know it's a biased, you know, opinion because I am an affiliate, but I do believe that my community, if they're willing to support me that much, they deserve every single bit of it. But at the same time, it'll take away from the partners again, and yada yada. So it's like, it's kind of weird where Twitch is at right now with the whole affiliate partner program.
Yeah. I was going to say on, on that note, even if it was something along the lines of, you know, we have higher tiers that we have to reach, but 50, say you get 50 sub points, right? You should at least be able to unlock 1 more emote, at least.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Like, just make it a little harder for us to, you know, unlock more emotes. Because it's like, sure, it's like, I understand that they're partners. They should have, like, I guess, quote unquote, easier, like, tiers or requirements to hit. But, like, for example, if 2 sub points for if 20 sub points for a partner was 2 emotes, make ours 30, you know? Yeah. Make us, you know, go a little higher. I would totally understand that. But the fact that we can't even give our community what they are willing to support, like what they're like, the support they're showing, they deserve something, and the fact that we can't give them anything for it, it really sucks. And all I can say is I'm sorry and thank you for your support. And I feel like I'm just undermining them, you know? I feel really bad sometimes, because it's like, I believe the community that's built within the stream deserves it, and they can't get it.
Yep, I agree. Well, really well said, dude. That was the best. That was the best answer to that question we've gotten so far. Like, you, well done. That made me really happy, man. Good talk on that. So, as far as like getting your stream going and firing it up every day, is there anything you do before your stream to get yourself mentally prepared, or are you just like, oh yeah, let's stream, I'm ready to go?
No, I wish I had a kind of cool my stream and play like LeBron James and throw, you know, chalk in the air or something, you know? But like no.
Oh my god, please do that.
I know, right?
Just like Photoshop your face over it.
No, but like, no, I honestly, it's like, in the past, don't get me wrong, this is why I love supporting smaller streamers, and then when bigger streamers, you know, started noticing me and showing support, it really changed my mindset on things. Because when I first started streaming, I used to have a very different mindset with streaming. But when it comes to streaming now, like as of right now, I turn on my computer and I'm just happy to get on. Like, I'm just instantly like, oh god, I'm ready to stream. There's no ritual. I just turn that sucker on. Like, when I'm at work, I'm like, all right, I get home in 30 minutes. I'm gonna turn that stream on, and I'm good to go. I cannot wait to see everyone. Like, I just have such a positive mindset about streaming now, and there's nothing bad I can say about streaming. I have not run into anything bad. Like, sure, a lot of people say, you know, especially in the Waframe community, there's a lot of drama. I don't deal with drama. I'm kind of like, I don't want to say I'm a lone wolf, because I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. But when it comes to drama, I'm kind of a lone wolf in that sense. I don't poke my nose in it.
Yeah.
If it has nothing to do with me, I stay away from it because it's personally not my problem. And that's the last thing I want to think about is drama. So overall, I've had nothing bad to say about streaming or on Twitch.
That's
like,
awesome.
I don't have a ritual.
So,
I literally just come back and I'm like, let's do it.
You know what? You know, questions coming next, right?
What?
What were you like before? And what do you before when?
Yeah. When I first started streaming Warframe back in like late January, I thought that I was gonna have to do everything by myself. You know, like I'm gonna have to build from the bottom up, which is true. Like every streamer starts at the very, very bottom. So don't no one should ever think that, you know, a streamer just automatically starts up at the top. Every streamer starts out from the bottom. They have to build. And so I thought, you know, like I didn't understand this whole like hosting and rating thing because I played Counter-Strike for a little bit and that never happened there.
Oh yeah, it's Counter-Strike.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only game I had. And League of Legends. Those were the only two games I'd played. So basically the worst case scenario of streaming. So it's like, I had no idea what this whole host rate thing is. I just told myself when I stream Warframe, you know what? When you start out, you're gonna have no viewers and you're gonna have to build from the bottom up. You're gonna have to figure something out that's unique about you that's gonna get you to the top. And that's all I truly believed in. I just believed that I was gonna be alone by myself and I was gonna have to somehow persuade people to watch me. That was my mindset. And then I started streaming and, you know, I was just, obviously I was being myself, you know, like I've always just been this talkative, outgoing guy. So whenever someone said something in chat, I would instantly talk to them, you know, hey, like, what's up? How's it going? It makes them want to stay because you interact with them. And slowly my channel started building up slowly and slowly and slowly till eventually out of nowhere, I got hosted, I got raided, you being my very first raid. I know you said that you had heard a rumor about that. That is very true. I will never forget it. You're my very first raid. And, you know, that was new to me. Like, I had never experienced that. I'd never experienced another, you know, broadcaster or streamer come into a channel and say, hey, what's up? Like, how are you doing? Like, I thought I'd bring, you know, my family or my community on over here and see what's up. Or, like, I watched you. I was lurking in your channel one time and I thought you were great. I thought you were amazing. Or like, you know, or like, I love what you do kind of deal, you know? And like when that started happening, and I'm only using you as an example because you're the very first person that did it, it was very surreal to me. It confused me because like I said, I'd played League of Legends and Counter-Strike. That doesn't happen there. Everyone knows those kind of, that kind of area, you know, League of Cancer, Counter-Strike is just torturous, you know? The communities there aren't the greatest. So when that started happening to me as a broadcaster and I started getting like this low-key exposure, I was like, wait a second, like this is different. This is something I like and enjoy. And so like I won't lie, I didn't want to be a selfish streamer, but I just thought that I was going to have to do everything by myself. But I realized from a lot of Warframe streamers, including yourself, I can name a lot of names that I'm not going to, that you don't have to do everything alone. Like, you should grow together as a community. Yeah. And I learned that that's a lot better. It takes a lot of stress off of you as a streamer. And it's also nice to know that you have people that notice you, that are like, wow, this guy's actually good. We should, like, you can support this guy, you know? And it changed my whole mindset on streaming. It made me realize that you don't have to do everything alone, but you can meet other people that are awesome out there, that are, you know, streaming or, you know, viewers or just supporters, anyone, and you can grow with them. You don't have to grow alone. It's about community, not about yourself. Like, you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I get it. You're not alone, and it's awesome.
So it definitely, yeah. So like,
you actually end up meeting really cool fucking people who do the same thing that you do, and you feed off of each other. For
sure. So like, my whole mindset of streaming, like, and it definitely in February, like, changed because, like, sure, January and February were probably my lowest months. You know, it was hard. Like, and I understand where these new streamers come from. You know, having, you know, 2-3 viewers. I know that pain. I've been there. I've done that, and I'm pretty sure you've done the same.
Oh yeah.
And it was I don't want to. It was very amazing. Like, the feeling I had when someone hosted me with, you know, 20-30 viewers, such as yourself, was unreal. I was like, what the, like, I cannot believe there's this many people in my channel. Like, what do I do? And it just eventually just changed my whole mindset on things, and it turned me into the streamer I am today, which I believe is I love what I do. I love what myself and my community promotes, and I will never change that for the world. And I'm truly blessed to have the people that are like, whether you're a viewer or a caster, that support me, supporting me, because they're the ones that helped me realize what streaming is really all about. It's all about your community and what you make out of it. It's not about yourself and growing, you know. And don't get me wrong, there are streamers out there that are like that I don't agree with, but I've learned from so many people that it's community that brings you together with others, and it's honestly amazing. So I have so many people to thank for like getting me to where I am today, because I never thought it would blow up like this. And that's why I usually like to, like, don't get me wrong, I don't always host, you know, newer streamers, but I do take time out of my day when I can to check out new streams that are like new, like, you know, young and upcoming, that I just want to see. For example, Jay, I was talking about him to him earlier in my channel when he hosted me. I watched him when he had like 50 viewers or 50 followers. So I know when he was very, very, very small, and now look where he is. And it was so cool. It's so awesome to watch someone grow from the bottom up. And that's what I'm about now. Like, I've had so many people help me get to where I am today that I want to show the same support to somebody else that's growing as well. You know what I mean? And it's so cool. Like, it's so cool to see, for example, where Jay is now. Because I can truly say, like, I remember when he had 50 followers and I watched him. And now look where he is. Like, he's doing fantastic. And people are starting to recognize how good of a streamer this guy is. Like, sometimes I realize that Twitch is built to keep the ones that are successful on the top. It's not built to help people that are just starting. Mm-hmm. And because, for example, if you like stream like a heavy game like World of Warcraft, League of Legends, or Counter-Strike, you have to scroll pages and pages down to see people that are streaming, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like you have to work. I don't want to say you have to work together, but it's amazing to work together with others to build a community, especially if everyone's promoting the same thing, you know? Like, I have yet to meet one, at least from my standpoint, I have yet to go into a Warframe streamer's channel that I thought was bad. But then again, I am picky on who I want to be friends with and who I want to support and stuff, because I take time when it comes to like me following people. Like, if you go and see like who I follow on Twitch, I don't follow a ton of people, and that's because I like to watch people first and learn what they're about before I do that. Like, I care about my community so much. I'm very picky about where I send them.
That's good, man.
I would never like. So many people have had such an impact on me that I'm just 100% about community, and I would never sell my community out for anything. And it's like I've gotten very picky on where I send them, because there's only so many people that promote a good environment. But in Warframe, I have yet to experience that, honestly. But
yeah, my Warframe follow list fills up more and more every day with people that are just chill and positive people. So I get that, and that's awesome. Like, it's nice to hear, I don't know, someone else have the same ideals that I do. So it's like, yeah, I'm glad we get to talk, Nyxx. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking, man, I fucking love this guy.
Just one other thing I wanted to say really quick. There's shoot. So I remember the first time I ever got rated by you, for example, and I had like, you know, 4 or 5 viewers on my channel, and you hosted me with like 27 people, and I like shit my pants, right? Mm-hmm. My language. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But
so good.
But you know, I dropped a deuce on stream, and I'm just like mind blown. And I've always remembered that feeling, because now I love hosting and finding, and don't get me wrong, I don't do this every time, but when there's not someone for me to host that like I was like, oh, I planned on hosting this person out on, I love, I do take time out of my day to find smaller streamers that I want to host, because sometimes all you need is a little exposure. And I just love seeing the face on a newer streamer when they get hosted with like, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever, whoever's in my channel, that many people, and they're just like, oh my god. Like, I swear, I've hosted some people where I honestly thought they're on the verge of tears.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like, I love to see that feeling. I love to see people like, because when people did that to me, it gave me hope. It was like, don't quit streaming, because it gets hard when you only have 2 or 3 people watching you, don't get me wrong. And when someone comes in and throws a nice host at you and says, you know, keep doing what you're doing, you're on the right track, it burns that fire, you know, it lights that fire to keep going, you know. And so I love to host smaller streamers to tell him like, you know, you guys can do it, like keep going, because I know what it's like to be at the bottom. And don't get me wrong, I'm nowhere near the top, and I'm not trying to say that.
I mean,
I'm just
you're
trying to say
at the top of the directory every time you stream.
I know what it's like to have 2 or 3 viewers. Yeah. And trust me, there were people that were there for me that got me to where I am today, and I'm going to be there for you because I believe you just need a little push. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
100%.
And
like, yeah, it's just, and it's awesome. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for anything back from them. I just believe that
you just want to make them feel good.
Exactly. Like, I've had so many people help me when I was smaller, and I'm still very small, and I still have, you know, bigger streamers that I could say. For example, when like growing, you know, you helped me out. I've been hosted by Shoal, Greats, Daniel the Demon. Like, I could just name many streamers that, like, Slapstick. I could just go on and on this list, okay? And I don't want to, but like, I've been hosted and rated by so many people that they don't even have to pay an eye to me. You know, they could just, you know, they're doing what they're doing, and they have a great community, and they do not have to bring them. They did not have to bring them to my channel to show support, but they did, and that put into my heart that what goes around comes around, and you should do this too, because it's, and I can't explain it. It's just the feeling I get when I do that just is great. It truly is, and I love to see, you know, new upcoming streamers, because actually I don't even know why. I just don't, but I just love to see people
you know
grow,
what it's like to have nothing.
Exactly.
And you like seeing them get something because you know what that feels like, and you want them to feel that way. Like, you're a good person. That's bottom line.
One thing I do want to say really quick to anybody that like wants to stream, or anybody that watches this video and is a streamer, don't sell yourself short. When somebody hosts you and raids you, yes, they are giving you that exposure. I promise you. Like, sure, they're giving you that exposure of how many people, and it does help you grow. But don't cut yourself short when they stay. Because when someone hosts you and raids you, I promise you, you have about 30 seconds to maybe a minute to prove to these people that they should stay and hang out. Like, what's different about you that makes them want to stay, you know? They stay because of you, not because they told you to, not because, you know, I sent them to you, for example. So when I send people over to you, like, that's all I did, was I brought them to their channel to give you a little bit of exposure. Now it's up to you to prove to them that, hey, you guys should stay here and hang out because of whatever. So don't ever sell yourself short and say, I got here because everybody got me here. No, you got there because you're a unique caster, you're good at what you do, and you promote an amazing community, and that there's something about you that people like. So, for example, I'm always thankful to the ones who support me and who have given me the exposure that was needed to get to where I am today. But they're not the sole reason why you're at where you are today. It's because you have true talent. You're a good broadcaster. You have something that the viewers that support you want. So I just want people to know, when you're streaming and stuff like that happens, do not sell yourself short. You are a good caster. This is something I've learned from KOEG, and I hope he sees this video, because words have stuck to me. I Twitter DM'd him when I first started streaming, and he told me those exact words. He said, don't sell yourself short. I don't care how big a broadcaster is, but you are on the same playing field as them. You are no different. They're not on a higher tier than you. They're the same person. They're the same type of, you both are casters, and he's no better than you are. So never sell yourself short, okay? Like, take credit when credit's due, but give credit when credit's due as well. That's all. I just really wanted to put that out there. I've had so many people say, like, message me saying, you know, hey Nyxx, like, thank you for hosting me. You know, I have this because you did this for me. And I'm like, no, all I did was give you exposure. It was you that kept them there. Like, you're the reason that they watch you. It's because you're good at casting. You promote a great environment. You have something that makes them want to stay. It's not me. So I just want people to know that, like, if you're a streamer, never sell yourself short, please. Because I've had so many people do that, and it's ridiculous. Like, I just want you guys to know that you're good. Like, you're good at what you do. Like, it's I just can't. I'm sorry.
Bro,
I just ranted.
you struck a chord with me on that. So I'm gonna be listening to that pretty much daily for a while because I struggle with that personally. But that's my own mental game. But like hearing that was really nice. And I know you weren't talking directly to me, but it felt like it. And it's like, damn, how does he even know how I feel?
Well, I mean, that's how I felt at first as well. I was like, I'm only getting here because I'm being helped by people that are bigger than me. I had that same mindset. And then
I don't have that mindset necessarily, but more of the doubt that I'm not a good streamer.
oh,
And that
dude,
people just like me as
you're
a
an
person.
amazing streamer.
Does that make sense?
No. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But I mean, I had a mindset that, I'm only getting somewhere because sure, I've had people expose me. But then, I had streamers come to me and tell me, don't ever sell yourself short. Basically what I just said is words of inspiration that I've been told by other streamers. And now I believe, and don't get me wrong, I feel like everyone has unique qualities, in their stream. And that's what makes a community,
Yeah.
And I just because I just hate to see people sell themselves short when they shouldn't, because everyone has a different community and they're all different in their own ways. And I honestly believe in good ways. Like, your community is different than mine because, like, sure, we promote the same environment. I believe we promote the environment.
Absolutely.
But we do it in different ways though. Like, you're unique in your own way and I'm unique in my own way. But look where we are. We promote the same environment and we're on the same path, Yeah. So it's just everyone's unique in their own way, and a streamer that's building a community should never sell themselves short. That's all. That's what I have to say.
Well, fucking A, man. Well fucking said. There was a question in chat that I want to ask. What happens when your mom gets mad at you?
When my mom gets mad at me? So my mom's like Korean.
Yeah.
So when she gets mad at me, she tends to not speak English.
Oh, she yells at you in Korean?
Yells at me in Korean. So that's how I know she's truly mad. So like when she's like upset, she'll like talk to me in English, but when she's like mad, it's just boom. I'm like, oh boy.
It's like, oh fuck.
English. I'm like running, oh gosh, I'm gonna get the belt. Run. So that's what happens when my mom gets mad. It's funny because I was actually talking to my mom on stream and I had her on speaker. I didn't tell her, but yeah. It was during the road to TennoCon. I had her on speaker.
Did you clip that? Because I want to go see it.
Oh, it's on stream. I haven't clipped it. I'm pretty sure somebody did, but it's on there. She was just, because I'm flying out to TennoCon tomorrow. She was just making sure I'm ready and have everything packed and stuff. And I just had her on speaker the whole time. It was great.
That's awesome. Silly Stone wants to know what your favorite Warframe is and why.
Oh, okay. Favorite Warframe is Ember Prime. Why? I love her ult. People say it's because I'm lazy. But literally, I can just hit 4 and kind of just coast and everything dies, especially if you have the right build.
Hit 4 and win.
Yeah, hit 4 and win, No, I really just like what she's about. I love the whole fire element aspect, because that's like, when you look at, water, air, wind, fire, earth. Fire is by far my favorite. It's the coolest.
So you were a fan of Captain Planet, or? It's a joke.
I guess you could say. But I just like her whole skill set, and she's a really cool Warframe. She looks really, really cool, especially with her new skin that's out. If eventually you'll learn about me that I'm all about style when it comes to things like looks. I like to look good, and Ember as a Warframe just looks really cool as well. So
awesome. So you pretty much answered all the questions I had just by talking. So I feel like you've watched this before and you prepared yourself.
Yeah, no, I do watch them, dude. I love these things. I honestly enjoy that you're doing something like this, because I think it's really cool to get a bunch of different streamers, big and small, get their perspective on things. Yeah, I've watched every single one just because I like to hear everyone's opinions and everyone's perspective, because it puts a lot of things in perspective for myself.
And that's why I like doing them. I like hearing other people's stories, and like today, you sharing your story and your advice, it spoke to me in a way that it's gonna resonate, and I'm gonna take it forward. And
for sure.
And now what I'm hoping to get is someone like Chris Bear, who may not know who you are, follows you, and then goes into your chat and says, "Holy crap, this guy's awesome," and he's hanging there, and he's getting that same sort of inspiration, and it's positivity, and it just bleeds. And when you start feeling it and people share it, you're like, holy shit, in this negative ass world that we live in sometimes, there's a little ray of hope. And it just may be a little Twitch chat and saying hi to people. Like, that could be, you have no idea how much that can mean to somebody. I know from my personal experience, when I was deep in depression, like way deep, like my back was freshly injured, I wasn't able to do shit, like signing into Twitch and seeing people in chat that I knew was everything. It kept me going. It gave me a reason to wake up in the fucking morning. So
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I don't personally ever over the value of responding to someone in chat. So like,
Exactly.
you know, I feel like the relationships that you build in a community are more important than any fucking single fucking thing you can do on your stream. So,
I agree, 100%.
So that's why I try to surround myself with people like you, like Shoal, like Slappy, like fucking KO, like everybody, Larry, everybody who's here. They're gonna be here because, one, toxicity doesn't stand around here. I'll cut that shit in the bud and you can get the fuck out.
Exactly.
But two, you know, you draw in what you put out, and if you're putting out that positive vibe of community and all that stuff, you like, you know, you bring in more people who are like that, and then they talk to their friends, and then it just spreads, you know. And
Exactly.
I've even turned.
I 100% agree.
You can turn trolls, you know. Give a troll a chance, let him fucking say his fucking thing, and then talk to them, call them out,
For sure.
put them on the spot, and see what happens. I've made some good friends on Twitch that way.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I don't promote the whole bad vibe. I don't like that. And like you said with your community, I love that you brought that up. Like how you said, like you like everyone to feel included kind of deal.
Exactly.
Because that's what I'm about as well. Like I don't care how big my chat gets. I try to talk to literally everyone because that's how much I care about them. I don't want my community to, they're just a number.
Exactly.
Because they're not. They're
fucking
definitely,
people.
they will never be a number to me. They are a human being. They are just like me. And the fact that they're willing to come out and support, you know, the community and the channel is insane. And the last thing I ever want to do is let, you know, someone to feel like they're a number. I love talking to everyone. Like I always have my Discord open, my DMs open, my Twitch DMs open. Like everyone can add me in Warframe. Like I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. I don't want you just to think that, oh, I'm a viewer and that's all he thinks of me. No, you guys are more than just a number, more than just a viewer to me. Like you guys are the reason the channel's where it's at today. Like I don't take credit for that at all. Like sure, there's like I said, you know, you take credit where it's due and you give credit where it's due. And the community is, and everyone's channel is a community, not because of the streamer. I honestly believe the streamer does the easy part. We turn on a computer and we play games. You guys do the whole forming of the community. Sure, like the streamer might be considered the backbone, but the community is built around the people that support it, the people that are always there. So like I tell my community on and on, you know, I hope you appreciate my company as much as I appreciate yours, because day in and day out, I love my community, and I wouldn't do anything for I would never like sell them out for the world. I would never want them to feel like a number. If there's ever an issue, I want them to come to me and tell me about it. Like, hey, Nyxx, I had someone do this, or hey, Nyxx, like I had an issue here. Like, please come to me. Like, you know, like
Yeah,
community is like a wholehearted key. And I know you're on the same.
100%.
Like, I mean, I know that.
And the way I
well.
look at it is, honestly, I couldn't do, if you know, I don't really like talking about myself as far as skill level, but if I were to say that I'm a good streamer, I can't be a good streamer without you guys. Like literally.
Exactly.
If my chat's not moving, if I have no one to talk to, I suck. And that's something I need to work on at the same time. But because it's not your job to entertain me, I'm trying to entertain you. And if I'm not being entertaining and giving you a reason to talk, you know, that reflects on me. But you know, it's a weird relationship that you have. The chat feeds off the streamer, and the streamer feeds off the chat. It's a very symbiotic relationship between each other. It's awesome.
For example, yeah, I like what you said about the whole, I don't like to talk about myself skill level as a streamer, because I will never say that I'm a good streamer, or I'm a great streamer, or I'm at the top, or I'm at the bottom. I mean, I can easily say that I'm not a big streamer whatsoever, because I truly am not. But I will never say that I'm a good streamer. I let my community prove that for me. It's hard to say, you know, you're a good streamer, because there's people out there that might not think you're a good streamer. And then there's people out there that think you're fantastic. So whenever it comes to something like that, I don't go out there. I'm like, yeah, I'm a good streamer, and that's why I'm here. I'm like, no, I stream, and I have this community to back me up. You know, like these are the people that got me here today, and they're the reason why I do what I do. Like, yeah, I come home from work, and I mean, I bet you agree too. And like, you come back from work and you're tired, like you just want to eat, and maybe there's just some days where you just want to go to sleep.
Damn straight.
But you have the freaking, like, you have the community that backs you up, that is just waiting for you to get home and stream, and that gives you the motivation to sit on your computer and do what you do, you know?
Yep.
And I mean, and I guarantee that's how you feel, because I know the type of community you promote, and I know the kind of guy you are. And I mean, that's the same thing for me. It's just, I would not stream if it wasn't for my community. There's so many times where if I would have quit streaming a long time ago if it wasn't for the community and the people that back me, you know? And it's unreal. And I feel like a lot of streamers underappreciate the people that support them. And I do not want for 1 second my community to think I will ever do that to them. That's just how I'm built, I think.
I understand that. And, dude, we are actually out of fucking time. This is the longest TennoView we've done yet. So we might have to have you back on for a part 2, because I want to keep talking to you.
Oh, you're fine. Yep, no, I totally understand. I rant, dude.
No, dude, this is a great fucking interview. Like, I want to do a part 2. I want to finish. I want to do more. So when you get back from TennoCon, let's have you on again, and we can talk about. You can tell me all about TennoCon, and we can go over, because we didn't get to Anime Expo that you got to go to. So,
oh god.
The only reason I have to cut it is because I do have to go get the girlfriend. I wish.
No, dude, I totally agree. I'm sorry. I totally ranted. I just.
Dude, no. You said what you needed to say.
Kind of like, I just needed to get out, and I felt like it was just like, this is the perfect place to say it. Like, I want people to know. And I'm sorry. I did just go on a crazy rant, but I do appreciate
don't apologize.
You having me on.
I fucking loved it. Like, I'm feel so good right now. I'm just so happy that I really, like, I want to have you on again, and I haven't had that feeling yet. No, like, shame on anybody else. It's just like the conversation that we had has been lively and had really good points, and I wish I could stay Grand Warrior, and I'm sorry guys watching on chat and YouTube. You guys can expect part 2. We're just gonna outro in, and Nyxx, since you know you're all about it with me, I have a smaller streamer picked out. Let's go raid them and make their day. If you guys want to partake in this, let's go ahead and do the Twitch raid. I'll outro the stream at the same time I outro the video, and we'll all just get it all done. And this was a great talk, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. Come back for part 2 with Nyxx TV after TennoCon. We're gonna extra out, guys, and let's hit that raid. Dude, Nyxx, thank you, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude. Not a problem. I'm glad. I'm happy that you had me on here, man.
Yeah, dude. We'll do it again, and I hope you have a blast at TennoCon.
I appreciate it, man. All right, dude. Sounds good. Hey,
later, man.
Take it easy, dude.
Later.
Again, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate
absolutely.
it. I'm sorry for ranting. There's just a lot of things.